Remember, remember the 5th of November.
That's what they call me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle and I am part of the traveling family of 5. If you're new to my channel, you know that we are an American family that has just lived overseas. It's a great opportunity to live in the UK for 6 years. There's so many things as an American that I didn't even realize, or you get so caught up in your American culture that you don't really realize that there's another part of the world that celebrates different things. Like today's video, we are going to discuss Bonfire Night. So if you are an American and you're watching this, why do the Brits celebrate November the 5th? We're going to answer that in this video. Or as an American that's lived in the UK for 6 years, I'm going to try to answer that in this video. Alright guys, so November the 5th, why is it celebrated in the UK? This dates back to 1605. Way back then. Of course, none of us was living at that time. And there was a plot. A group of people had plotted against the Parliament House and against King James. Their intentions was to blow up the Parliament House. One of these guys that was called Guy Fawkes. Now, I do not probably pronounce that quite like the Brits do, but hey, with my American accent, that's what you guys get. So I guess one of the guards had found this guy, so he was charged, and he is the one that is remembered for this event on November the 5th. He was discovered in the basement by one of the guards with a huge barrel of gunpowder. Well, of course, he had a fuse in one hand and the lighter in the other, but it did not take place, thank goodness. And he was tried. He was hung. Ew. Of course, that was his punishment. King James was so thankful that this had been founded that he encouraged the people to make November the 5th a remembrance day and to light bonfires in celebration that the Parliament was not blown up. So, now to the fun part. So back in the 1600s, these bonfires would be lit, and it was more of a political religion view. Now in today's time, the UK does not put so much emphasis on those two reasons to still celebrate. It's more just 100%, this is what happened, this is why we light our bonfires. There's not a lot of political views that I heard in the UK. And the funny thing is we lived in the UK for 6 years, like I'd said. For 2 years that we lived there, we did not even have a clue. Of course, I could have got out, Google or whatever, and I could have looked it up. But it's not until Christian had actually started school that I even knew that something happened on November the 5th. And when he started a British school, it became really interesting because in school for the whole day, they kind of talk about it. They talk about what happened. So Christian was coming home trying to explain this to me. So of course at that point I had to start researching it so I could help him understand. I could kind of understand what he was being taught in school. And then it became a fun little event that even my family as an American family took participation in. Because at the schools you're asked if you would like to volunteer for Bonfire Night. Moving on to my next thing, in the UK, now what is known as Bonfire Night, or what was known in our little town as Bonfire Night, was they had little kiddie rides, they had food, they had, of course, the huge bonfire, and they had Guy Fawkes, and he was, I died laughing, guys, when I first saw this. That's why I kind of chuckle right here. They have this, different places make it different ways, but this one was almost like a scarecrow looking thing of a human, and it's almost like their fire starter. And when you're talking about bonfires, you're talking about massive controlled bonfires. And I'm from the South, guys. In America, we know about bonfires. We like to light our fires too, but when I saw this, I was just it was amazing how big this fire is. They kind of just take this guy or this scarecrow looking thing and they light him on fire and they throw him in to start the bonfire. Of course there's people around lighting it and there's different ways, but it's a fun little tradition that our little town did. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, like why is this guy the lighting, the lighting and the starter of this fire? And that made me want to dig even deeper into why we're celebrating this holiday, because I can't imagine why we're lighting a person on fire and throwing him into the fire. So anyways, guys, it's a fun little event, and like I said, Christian school just kind of celebrated it all day long. They did different activities for it, and then us as parents were asked to volunteer for like the food trucks, and you sit up and you help sell the hot dogs or the hamburgers. Another really great thing that happens on Bonfire Night is the fireworks. We thoroughly enjoyed getting to see the fireworks. Christian is a little bit scared of them, but still all the same, we definitely enjoyed our time. Usually in the UK about this time it's going to be rainy. It's going to be super cold. So you're going to have your toboggan on and you're just going to go out, and this great big bonfire is just going to warm you up for the night, which is awesome. Now it's more of like a social event. We always met a lot of our friends out there. They would have wine or something. Wine's usually sold, or beer. And you just sit around this bonfire with your family and you just kind of talk, or you ride and you play a little bit of the games. But it really is just like a social event now in the UK. Okay guys, so I know this is going to be a short video. I just wanted to give you my take. I know that I have some American followers that love to see what our experience was in the UK. I did get to insert a few of the clips to let you guys kind of see how massive the fires were. Of course you can Google it too, but it's kind of fun to always see the American side of what we thought was going on at these events. It's definitely fun learning. I loved living in the UK for 6 years and learning all these new things. It's definitely something that I think is fun because right now we're in election year and in election time, so America's 100% chaotic and focused on election, to where across the pond is just celebrating and having a great time and enjoying their evening. So it's just kind of fun to see what's going on different sides of the world. I know if we were still in the UK, that's what we would be focused on, was just out and about celebrating, getting warm, and hopefully trying to stay warm and not get too cold for the evening would be our biggest worries. Hopefully guys you like this video. I know it's pretty short, but I'll see you in the next one. Bye.